So, hello everyone and welcome to NRL here today. So today here we are doing another league race here in the NRL league, and today we are doing some league racing here today, as always here in NRL. So today we are here to do round 9 here in Imola for all across all leagues in as well as PC Tier 1, PlayStation Tier 2, as well as Tier 3. Today we're doing PlayStation Tier 1. Tomorrow will be PlayStation Tier 3, so make sure you will be aware of that. So yeah, as you can see at the moment we've got NLR Sparks currently leading the charge here with 1 minute 15.1, with URL David setting a 1 minute 15.5, with Born Evil around 3/10 behind, as Piero slots in behind his teammate around 8/10 behind. So Piero's got a bit of time to make here, but let's see what he can do here in the future. So yellow flags, I believe that's Born Evil just slowing down, letting Merc by here, who's currently invalidated his lap, so he's got to now start another one, and in hopes not invalidating here. And now he's going to go into the pits, and Natty's on a lap currently on the mediums, go on board with the Alpine here through Acom and Raleigh there, obviously a corner which does tend to be very difficult for the drivers here today. A lot of oversteer can happen there. Natty going nicely through the chicane here. Obviously, you gotta have a very high speed confidence around that corner, because that's where you'll gain the most time. But now Natty now through Ravazza, and now to the line here. Now a run down to the line with DRS, shortest way to the line here. It's going to be 116.5. As now that is Tiger now slotting into P4 with a 115.8, with Born Evil just behind here by 500th. So Tiger with a very nice lap there, and he's around 3/10 behind URL David, who's dominated the last two races here, but obviously in Zandvoort he lost out, I believe, to an error of strategy. I'm not sure if he's won or not, but I think he's either won or not. But anyway, Natty has spun just before the Villeneuve chicane, so that is quite an interesting place to see him spin. I'm not sure, maybe just before the corner he's just lost the rear there. The mediums do tend to have a bit of bad grip round the circuit sometimes. Hello to all 5 viewers today who is joining in here for round 9 here. So today we're here for Imola for a 50% race, and just around 9 minutes left of qualifying to then for the race eventually very soon. VER Josh has actually retired. I think he's had a crash or some sort, as ADRT Wiggly Star's currently on a lap here. 1 minute 20.7 on the card for Wiggly Star. And so yeah, the grid's quite bunched up here, with only 1.6 gaps separated between the top 9, which is quite a big margin, but still not absolutely dreadful gaps, as we expect. As you can see, 15 drivers with us today, so we've got some PlayStation Tier 2 reserves, we've got some drivers who are new here, so we'll see what will happen. So let's go on board with Merc, who's one of the newcomers here in NRL. So going through the first corner, you're going to brake just after the 100-meter board, using a left and a right curb there, going a bit of throttle there. I don't think he wants to, I think, go safe here for the first lap. Through the Villeneuve chicane, obviously very high speed, nicely through there. Could have been taking a bit more aggressively, but nicely through toes, and again quite a smooth exit there for the Mercedes. And now he's darting now through Piratella, and now he gets bits of a lock up there. And goes a bit deep into the corner, as well as goes wide nicely through McLaren now. Again, the car nicely straightened up now through the chicane, the third chicane, as I call it, and now through obviously very high speed. Obviously goes a bit wide, but has the benefit of the doubt and does not invalidate, so very good there from him. Now through the penultimate corner, and then through Ravazza we go now with Merc 13V. Now through the final corner, a bit of a wobble there. He absolutely got zero charge here, crossing the line. It's going to be only P10 there, 17.9 for him, and that is not a very decent lap, not what he wanted here, but left definitely something more to expect. Haswan is currently on the lap 6/10 down here, who's currently 800ths down on NRL. Sparks, who's currently still holding that gap on pole position just about, as I believe that's Wiggly Style setting at 1:17.1 on those mediums, so not a very good lap time. So yeah, Ural David's currently 3/10 up in the first sector here, so David can try and maybe do something here to maybe edge that gap down to maybe less. He's 8/10 up here in the middle sector, and he's flying through here on board with a McLaren now, as he's darting through this straight, and now through the penultimate, and then through Ravazza we go, and now it's just all about getting the traction and not invalidating. Now DRS is going to be online for a brief moment. It's going to be provisional pole. It's going to be 1:14.4 to beat, and it's currently a McLaren 1-2 for Ural David and NLR Sparks, who lead the line here. But Haswanis is going to try and deny that. He's currently 400ths down in the first sector, goes a bit wide there, just about takes a non-invalidation situation, but Tiger's just ahead of him here, who's starting a lap, so it could be a bit of an interference, but I don't think it's going to be anything bad, as Haswanis does go into the pits here, so I think he might have no charge left, or maybe he's just out of fuel here. Dirk now through the penultimate, left through the final corner, doesn't invalidate strangely for some reason. He goes into the pits though, as Tiger currently on lap. Let's go on board with the Aston Martin here through the chicane here, through the Villeneuve chicane. Nicely done there for Tiger. 300s down in the first sector at the moment, locks up there, and not a very big problem as he goes a bit wide on around Toza on the outside, and that means he has invalidated his lap and now has to go for another lap if he wants to improve his lap. That is not really good news for Tiger here, and it looked to be a nice lap, only 300 down in the first sector, so not that bad there. Only one Luca Rosman has invalidated. MW is now through Toza, does not invalidate like Tiger has done, and takes it nicely now through Piratello we go. And as you can see, very smoothly done here, but he's got absolutely no ERS here, and this will mean that you'll have an absolute dramatic reduction in straight line speed. And now he'll go through third chicane, and as you can see, 3/10 up here, so that is a great news for him. And now he's going to try and maybe get as much time he can here through Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2 now. As you can see, nicely done there, not any complaints on the rear. And now DRS is open. What lap is it going to be? It's 16.381, and that's going to put him ahead of Natty here, who's currently on the medium tyres. And I'll quickly just put up the tyres. So Natty has done a lap on the mediums, I'm sure, as well as Wiggly Star. Merc is currently on the lap. And let's see what he can do here. He's now started, but he's not using DRS for some reason. I'm not sure if he has DRS fault or something. I'm not sure why he's using no DRS. Very strange, or it might just be a glitch where the spectator just cannot see it. Not really sure. But yeah, so now NLR Sparks might here start on another lap here. He's 2 minutes left in this qualifying session before we move on to the Grand Prix. But only one Luke Rosman's actually 10th and a half down on URL David, so nice lap there from the Williams here. Haswan is currently gonna start a lap here and hope maybe for a massive improvement on his lap here, who's 800th down now on Sparks from the entire session here. So let's see what he can do here with fresh tyres and new and very good confidence into this lap, I hope, for the Alpine. Now into turn 1 here for the Tamburello chicane. Obviously got to take all the curb possible, get a wide line here to get all the speed possible. Now through the Villeneuve chicane, just brake just after the 50-meter border. Now use all the curb possible, and it goes a bit too much on the curbs, and that has put him gave him an invalidation. And Dirk's currently on a lap. I believe he's set at 15.2. I believe he's still going though. And he is here, as you can see, he's really pushing the car here, going through Tamburello chicane. He's done a nice job. Through the Villeneuve chicane we go now with Dirk here, as you can see, taking a very wide line, which does tend to be quite risky in certain situations. Bonival lets him pass here, so not a lot of traffic ahead of him, but not a massive amount, which is great for him. Dirk is currently trying to get as much pace on that Aston Martin as possible to carry that Aston Martin up the leaderboard. He's currently a 10th and a half up, and he's currently pushing the car here through the third chicane, now through the final straight here, as now he'll go through Ravazza 1, now Ravazza 2 here. Just important to get the traction and not invalidate, as he does take it quite safe. And now DRS is open. What's it gonna be? He moves up to third there. We're just about being in 1:14s. So 3 drivers currently on the 1 minute 14 mark. Haswanis is invalidated again, I believe. So he's not going to be able to set a lap. Tiger's invalidated. Bonival and Piero on the lap. Dirk is currently on a lap as well. Piero, I believe, is affected by the dirty air, and that means Piero now will be losing a lot of time. And Natty currently on the lap here, bit of oversteer there. Natty goes very wide on the gravel, and he has a massive shunt to the back of the rear. There could be their rear wing damage for the Alpine there, but that is game over for Natty, and his best position right now is 10th position, unless Merck, who's invalidated, can Wiggly still get ahead here of the top 10 pack. He does get a 1 minute 16.2. and does get ahead and gets into P9. Nice lap there, but not quick enough. Merck goes into the pit. Of the players is in the pits. Only one Luke Rosman has spun. He's lost some front wing, and he's retired. He's not retired, but Natty's retired from the session. Tiger's currently on a lap. Let's see what can he do. Born Evil's invalidated. Piero has crossed the line, so Tiger can still do something here. Can Tiger move into the top 5? He needs to gain 7.5 tenths ish, but he's run out of fuel, so Tiger not in contention. NLR Sparks, but he goes too wide, and no, that is very unlucky for him. He could have got a 14.7 or 6 at the best, but that is super unfortunate, and that's going to be P4 for him, so he'll be happy of that. And that's a nice lap there. But I think that is everybody here, and so URL David from pole position here takes a very nice pole position here. Looked to be off the pace at the start, but he's proved me wrong, and he's gone P1 with Onyema and Luca Roseman P2 with just around a 10.5 gap, as now we've got now the full results here. So URL David takes P1 with only one Luca Roseman taking P2, just about a 10.5, and with Dirk third, NLR Sparks fourth, Haswanis taking fifth, Tiger Assassin sixth, Born Evil seventh, Piero eighth, Adiati Wiggly Star takes ninth, MW takes 10th, Natty takes 11th, Merc, the players finished the grid with VER Josh, and then Ken rounding off the grid here, both of them setting no time, so they'll be starting at the back of the grid. But David takes pole position here, but Sparks with a nice starting grid here. He's on the mediums here, so he could have a very good strategy, as well as Born Evil and Natty here, who's currently on the mediums. So we'll see what those three drivers will do, as well as Merc, the players, Josh and Ken can do here in this Grand Prix. So now we'll just wait for the end for the session to conclude here. So I'm going to take a quick look at the driver standings. The game has crashed. Josh is gonna the game has crashed. Are you sure I'm right? I think it's a reset here. Yeah, there's a glitch. Yeah, I think we need to... Happens a lot in T2 Lamau. Yeah, this game does tend to be quite glitchy at times, but not a lot for me, but I do sometimes experience this, so yeah. Yeah, so now Tigers, now I'll just type it in the chat, so I'm just going to quickly have a look. If we are restarting, then wait, it might work. Okay. So so yeah, so now sorry about this, Codemasters. The game is glitched, and now we're just gonna wait here. Tyre say it might work, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Still on black screen. So yeah. So I think everyone's leaving the session, sorry. Too late now, okay. So I'll quickly have a look at the standings here. So currently VER Taker, who's currently quit now F1 in general because the drivers are in back screen. Yeah, exactly. I'm on the grid. So we've got VER Taker currently taking the first position with David second, with TTG Tom with a third, Wiggly Style fourth, with only one Luca Roseman fifth, Piero sixth, Natty seventh, Crompton eighth, Tiger Assassin ninth, the players in 10th. Who's watching here? So yeah, it does happen a lot, and I do agree. But yeah, those are the standings. So Taco here is not going to be racing it because of the game, as he's massively not a fan of it anymore. So he's decided to not race anymore this season, unfortunately. And we're just gonna wait. And if we are restarting, it's loading now. Yeah, I think we are leaving though. Wow. just when everyone was leaving. Yeah, I think we are leaving. So yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna quickly just go onto the showroom and quickly just present the cars here, and we'll be there hopefully in a moment, hopefully, because obviously we want to obviously have a race here, and yeah, as you can see all the cars here. But yeah, so quickly just gonna say, so obviously the first race has obviously have been completed in F1 in real life, so would be curious to know if anyone is interested to say what their thoughts on the first race. In my opinion, I think it's quite good. The first race is quite good. Where is the race? The race is around Imola. The time we don't know, in around 5 minutes, because we have to force into lobby restart. So because of another glitch. So. But yeah, lagged out, yeah. Sorry everyone. Sorry about that. My voice just went a bit deep, but yeah, so obviously, yeah, the season, for the first race of the season was quite good, I think. And yeah, so now I was going to quickly wait here for the invites to come in. I'm gonna quickly have a look if they have come in yet. Lobby reset, yep. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. As now I believe I've got an invite from Born Evil. Thank you, Born Evil, if you're here in the chat. So yeah. The first race of invites are out, yeah, thank you. So yeah, obviously the first race of the season was quite interesting, to be honest. Max Verstappen and also Charles Leclerc, or Charles Leclerc if you wish to say. Obviously they've been quite a heated battle and potentially could be championship rivals here. We could see a massive fight between them. Obviously the Mercedes have gone back a bit, but obviously that podium, which does people say to be lucky, it is quite lucky that both Red Bulls have fortunately had to back out of the race because of a fuel pump issue, according to the team. And apparently the more sources say that his Verstappen's car has actually had a lot more issues before the actual mechanical failure, which dropped him back of the race. Carlos Sainz for the win. Sainz will definitely win the race, but I'm not sure what venue. I'm not sure what track he's like absolutely strong at. He's strong at Monaco, especially because he got P2 there, because how fast the Ferrari is around Monaco because of the low speed corners. Because Ferrari last year were the best at low speed. Mercedes were the best at high speed as well as mid speed. But Mercedes were absolutely lacking at low speed because street circuits are pretty much mostly medium to low speed corners. But Jeddah obviously was quite a good circuit for Mercedes as well as Red Bull, because obviously Verstappen with that lap, which could have been one of the greatest ones of all time, because he might have absolutely gapped the entire grid, failed to join the session, so that is very unfortunate to hear. But yeah, are you in a session yet? No, it says it's an error. And now we gotta wait. Okay, I might gonna restart my game, because it could be my game, so I'm gonna quickly just restart